It's that week of the year where giving and loving and sharing are all overemphasized for corporate profit.
Oh, yeah!
It's the Nothing Sacred Show Christmas edition.
It's a Christian.
Oh, I am Cruise Control.
I'm Maxwell Silverhammer.
And it is the Nothing Sacred Show for the 23rd of December. 22nd, excuse me.
Before motherfucking... No, that shit's the 22nd, nigga.
Yeah, 22nd. That's what I said. I fixed it. 22nd of... Well, it'll probably go up the 23rd. So, see, I caught myself there.
Yes.
Yeah,
You're just being preemptive.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing, sure. It's the 22nd of December 2016. And this is our show for this...
3 days... Dude, this is 3 days before Christmas. Remember last Christmas yet?
Do I remember last Christmas?
I mean, just how close the proximity of it was. You know what I'm saying? Like, god damn, here we are in Christmas. This year's almost over.
Every year is going to get more and more like this, and at some point we're going to get tired of saying it and just deal with the fact that years are flying by now.
Damn.
But I have a Christmas rant already. It's not even a Christmas rant. It's a rant of this fucking media player on my computer. All right.
Oh, okay.
So I click on this fucking thing to start up the intro, the reason to run intro that we have.
Our intro music.
Intro's music, and the first thing that pops up, covering the whole window of the actual app, the actual Windows player, is a fucking ad that says $9.99 for Media Plus, and it's just fucking, and so I can't. The only way I can get past that to get to the controls to turn down the volume and turn up, pause and play is to click either Get Now for $9.99 or a small little thing in the corner that says Not Now, right?
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah.
So the thing that bugs me about this is not that it's that's part of the fucking operating system. So it's part of Windows 10. So I'm using the basic Windows media player, right? And this fucking ad comes up, get Windows, blah 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 blah. Get the fuck out of here! I don't want that on my Windows music player. If I was using an ad like a Spotify player or something like that, sure. But not Windows that just pops up in your fucking Windows browser. It's fucking just everywhere, man. You can't get away from that shit.
And the Yarly Darls are really ramping it up right around the Christmas.
Oh, God, it's bad, dude. Are you getting the Amazon emails every fucking day?
Amazon, CD Universe, CD Baby.
Every day there's new deals. Get this deal.
What's the other one? Kmart sends me a shitload of them. Shop Your Way is another one. And it's like, dude, what's this countdown shit? Only 4 days left. Only 3 days left. Get it while you can.
We know.
Like, man, fuck you.
We know when the holidays are because that's the same day every year. So, yeah, it's fucking awful. It's almost over again.
Yeah.
I've noticed this time of year, man, and I guess I'm starting off this shit, so I'll get the fuck out of my way.
That's fine.
I know this time of year, man. Maybe it's because of how... Because it doesn't get light here till 7:30, right?
Okay.
And it gets dark at 4:30 right now. Really short area. So basically, it's only like light for 9 hours of the day now.
All right.
Which is even more than Vegas. Vegas is like 6 and 5, right?
I think we start about maybe 6.
Yeah, 6 a.m. and then it can kind of really the sun sets about 5:30. Well, here it's like 7:30 to 4. I mean, it's dark when I get up for work at 6:30 when I start work. So it's kind of so I just realized, man, it gets kind of depressing this time of year, man.
Really?
I definitely get more cabin fever. I think maybe it's because I don't get out to walk as much because it rains so much and it was just it's been rainy and freezing cold,
Right.
But man, I really am definitely, especially because summers here are so fucking awesome. And spring that I think I've become like a summer guy, like I used to not give that much of a shit because of Vegas, but here it just makes a huge difference.
Well, you know what? And see, for me, it's the opposite because summertime, I get the cabin fevery shit because I don't want to go out and do anything because it's fucking hot. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'll go to the pool and shit, but I usually don't go till night. Like, I don't even want to be out in that heat at all. I start getting depressed in the summer, like, oh, man, dude, this is kind of, you just feel schlubby, like, I don't want to do anything.
But at least in the summer, it's 7 o'clock in the evening, and it's still light, it's like...
See, I don't even care about that shit.
Well, yes, that's different obviously different thing for me, for obvious reasons.
Yeah, well, see, that's what's interesting, though. It's relative. It's like, for me, I don't care about... Matter of fact, I hate the fact that it's light at 7 o'clock at night. It's like, goddamn, son, go the fuck down already. It's 5 o'clock. It's, nighttime. Let's go.
See, you like it dark. So see, I think of nighttime now as like 7 or over. I don't think of it as earlier than that. Like 6 should always be light, or should be light. I don't know. Maybe it's because it's the exact opposite in the middle of summer. Here it's like 6 a.m. Sun comes up at 6 a.m. in the summer and goes down at like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night.
See, our shit starts at, 4:30 in the morning, I think? In the summer or in the spring? Mm-hmm. Because I hear birds as early as like 4:40 or something like that sometimes. In the springtime at least.
Yeah,
so.
It just gets very. Days are much longer because we're much more north than you are, obviously. So that the higher north you go, the longer the days get, or the shorter the days get. But then again, the difference is that the summers here are usually, like I said, gorgeous. Spring and summer are usually pretty gorgeous. I mean, they can be hot too some days, but if it's like the normal average summer day, it's fucking awesome here. In the winter,
although I'm thinking back to some of those shows we did where you're like, dude, it's like 95 in my apartment right now.
Yeah, but that's because of my apartment. That's not because of, if I actually had any kind of air conditioning,
then you'd be okay.
Then that'd be fine. Yeah, it's not. If that's me being like getting through that. I'm getting kind of used to it. Now it's kind of like weird how you get used to pain and shit, suffering. Now I'm like, oh, those days. Yeah, man, I don't mind those. It's not that bad. It's like, yeah, right, dude.
Well, yeah, see, for me, dude, I hate that heat. I do not like heat.
It's bad. It definitely can be bad. So.
Yeah. But, well, shit, dude. Not really a segment, but yeah, the Yardley Dolls are ramping it up around the holidays, and I think that's part of why. Okay, now first of all, dude, the medical field is a fucking.
You just wanted to get to this right away, so.
I was unless you had something else. But.
No, I don't. But I guess talking about mental health, we'll go to physical health. See, there's the segue.
Yeah, there we go. Cruise control.
There we
have my back.
I did it. I got you. See, mental health to physical health. So let's talk about this. Before we go any further, though, it caused quite a little bit of a hackle raising on the old Facebooks, the old FB.
Well, one person in particular who happens to work in the medical field, I hate that, dude. When somebody, like basically when you got a lot of bullshit in one particular field, they're like, hey, I'll have you know. And it's like, well, okay, first of all, you're a dumbass because you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But, you know what I'm saying? Because she got all, pissed off. But let me kind of work towards that. Because... First of all, dude, all right, every time I go to a fucking doctor or some medical professional, I give him my little card. I have a card, like almost like a credit card, and it's for paying, for your out-of-pocket, shit like that. So I give them that, and they swipe it, and they do their thing, and then I give them my insurance card, and they can bill my insurance. Well, I think, dude, when my insurance doesn't pay some shit, then the motherfuckers send me a bill. And that actually pisses me off, because it's like, okay, if somebody comes over to fix your water heater or something, the guy will tell you, it's going to be like $200 or something. You're like, okay, I'll pay that $200. Then you pay the $200, and the guy leaves, and that's it. There's no residual payments, anywhere. And that's the thing that I get fucking annoyed with fucking medical bullshit, because then months later, you're getting letters in the mail. And like from the sleep study, dude, I just got one the other day. It was $1,500. I'm not paying it, dude. Whenever they do that, I'm going to bill you after the fact shit. I'm not paying them. Fuck them.
Well, you do know your credit's going to go to complete shit, though.
Who gives a shit? And you know what? That stuff only stays on your record for 7 years. That medical shit. Mm-hmm. So, and really, I don't care. I mean, am I buying anything? Like I own my own home already. I'm not going to be buying a car. So
I guess that's true. You don't really need that great a credit, do you?
Yeah, who fucking cares, dude? I don't have kids. Now, if I was a Jarly and I had kids and all kinds of other shit, and a family and whatever, then I probably needed to keep my credit clean. But in this case, who fucking cares, dude? Half the world's got bad goddamn credit.
That's true. I mean, I'm not going to speak for myself, but yeah, I have great.
Right, exactly. Well,
besides, we both are already fucking headsmans for the old Soch. So you know what I'm saying? So.
Oh yeah, well that dude, and that thing lives on my record, so I'll never get rid of that shit. So, what the fuck? Anything else can't be that bad of a blemish.
That's true. And they sent you that. Did you know that they did not tell you were going to get this bill? Obviously.
No, I had no idea. They didn't say, "Well, we'll just bill you later." I had no idea.
So you thought that would be free, or you thought your insurance covered it?
Well, I thought my insurance got it, and then I paid my little, whatever it was, $40 or $50, what, depending on, whatever the out of pocket. See, that's the other thing, dude. All this shit doesn't make sense. It's like, well, if you're under your deductible, you don't meet your deductible, and you pay out of the pocket for the higher deductible and the lower deductible. It's like,
all
dude,
shit.
This shit.
It should just be, this is what it costs. That's what you pay for it.
Yes, exactly.
But they make it all fucked up so that they can start another industry that's built around this to manufacture like stuff to do.
Exactly. Just bullshit, little charges that they're slapping. I mean, just for a doctor's visit, they'll, like when one time I went to the urologist for something, and I think, and at first they tried to ass ram me with something. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, I have insurance. They're like, my sorry, sir. Yeah, your bill was only $80. So then I just paid it off real quick. But yeah, dude, and then some of these fucks have actually sent me to collections. So I've been getting collection calls, dude, lately.
Oh yeah, of course they will. They're gonna, because you're not paying it, and they say you owe it to them. So you're gonna.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, well, here's the other thing.
Well, don't get bored of those calls, because you're gonna get a shit ton of them.
Oh, I'm sure I will. But I just don't answer any numbers I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And and there was one last Friday. They actually left a message, which was actually kind of funny. Because, the woman's like, if this is Maxwell Thomas Silverhammer, please stay on the line. If you are not Maxwell Thomas Silverhammer, please hang up. If you know Maxwell Thomas Silverhammer, if you could bring him to the phone, please, it's like this whole stupid rigmarole they're doing. And it's just like, whatever. But you know what? I've had this shit happen before, for when I've gone to doctor visits, every time. Like when I had the thing with my legs and feet, and when I had them x-rayed or whatever, those sons of bitches hit me with like a $400 and something bill. And I was like, I'm not paying it. So, and then that just kind of went away after a while. I haven't heard it.
That's the thing. See, it's because you can't really tell what you owe or not. But then again, you probably don't even pay attention. You just say your insurance should pay for all of it, right?
Well, and then I should, obviously while I'm there at the doctor's office, once they've, assessed the fucking procedures that were done, then you bill me for that. Or here was the other thing. When they did, I think they did some blood work when I had my sleep study done. So they had my blood sent to Quest Diagnostics, which is the testing center. Mm-hmm. Those sons of bitches billed me, dude. So, it's like, how, why do I get billed for that bullshit? Shouldn't that be my insurance, or shouldn't the doctor get billed for it, and then the doctor charges me?
Yeah, so you want everything to be charged through you, so you know exactly where it's coming from. This is what you owe. Even if you owe $500,000, you owe $500,000 for this procedure.
Yeah,
you got to pay
right
that,
off.
And then you'll know. Yeah. But no, they try to. Because that's what the problem is. It's so insanely complicated, and no one can understand it unless you have like experience working with it. And we need to figure out how it works. In a way, why should you? It's like you're
sick. You won't ever figure it out.
Yeah, you're sick because and they do that. They send it to, and they bill you. They don't take that bill.
Exactly. Well, or they bill, and it's like months later. I mean, shit. You remember I had the sleep study. What was it, June or July?
Yeah.
So here we are in December, and I'm getting hit with fucking bills and collection calls and other wacko shit. So it's like, okay, and I just refuse to pay any of that, dude. It's like, I don't know that shit. I went in there with a means of paying. It wasn't like I just, went and stole health care, and then, so the fact that the insurance company didn't pay it, I don't own the insurance company.
Yeah, you don't know what they're going to pay and what they're not. It's just completely out of your hands. So the insurance company can literally say, fuck it, we're not going to pay that. We'll just throw it on to him. And, and you can't and you're like, well, the reason is from Section 3, Article 7, Part 2.75, it states quite clearly here, young Mr. Maxwell Silverhammer, that you're going to be owing this, the 2% of this, and you'll be paying $5,000 first, and that's what you'll pay first, and then we'll cover the rest.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, well, you can eat a dick, because the shit, obviously, like you said, it doesn't make sense. It's all Chinese. Well, and that's what this dumb bitch on Facebook, now keep in mind, this is the same one that, would spend the last 30 minutes of the show puking in the bathroom at All Talk because she was so full of pills and alcohol.
Oh, damn. Okay, yeah, okay.
But, well, that's I guess you didn't see that part of it because I fucking ripped into her for that. because but she jumps on there because I guess she works at the medical field. This is probably her 30th job because she's when she was here, she was getting fired from a lot of shit, or she would, be like, oh, I got a new job now, or whatever, and then a few weeks later, oh, I'm not at my job anymore, so I'm sure that was a chronic thing. But
yeah, I quit that job. Yeah, gotcha.
She got all self-righteous on me, and she was like, your anger is very misplaced, and the problem with you dumb people that complain about your insurance all the time is you don't read your EOBs or whatever, explanation of benefits. And I'm just like, even if I could, it doesn't make any fucking sense. Why am I going to read something that doesn't make sense? Wasting my goddamn time. I don't understand it.
You're supposed to have insurance to cover all that shit. But you don't know what's covered. They don't know what's covered. And you can't blame the doctors either, because it's all the insurance shit. The doctors, because they can't just take your. It'd be great if they could consolidate all that shit. Like, hey, we're going to take the Quest Diagnostics, we're going to put it all together. But it's all these separate organizations that you get paid for, so they can't control that either, because they can't take ownership of that. Because here's the problem with that too: it is the test that you're going through. But if they bill you and you can't pay, the doctor just footing the Quest Diagnostic bill too. So they basically have to take as minimal as they can, because people won't pay that. Like, basically, people don't pay doctors. So what happens is, let's say they did take the Quest Diagnostic bill, the sleep study, all that stuff all together, whatever, and it was a total of $7,000. And someone said, I'm not paying that. Well, not only is that doctor stuck with their own bills for their own procedures and what they did in their time, they're stuck with the Quest Diagnostic bill, the blah, blah, blah bill, the fucking electricity bill, all this shit that they aren't really responsible for either, because it's a different company that's providing that. They just took the bill on. So they can't take the bill on either. So they have to bill you. It's insane, yeah. And the costs are so high because of all the goddamn bureaucracy involved in getting that bill given to you and sorting it out. Right,
exactly. It's got to go through this motherfucker and that, And meanwhile, these insurance assholes are out there felching cum out of each other's asses on some beach in Bora Bora, So and doing rails of coke off each other's taints, And
because they can, and their shit's all paid for. You think they're paying for any of their shit? Hell no.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and then I love this. This chick on Facebook at one point makes this comment, because like I said, she used to come into the show. She's somebody I know from the All Talk days. Mm-hmm. And she said something about, if we were just raking in so much money, then I wouldn't be sitting here trying to figure out how I'm going to give my daughter Christmas in my one-bedroom apartment. And I'm like, exactly my fucking point. You are not making money. You're just a fucking drone that's doing what they're telling you to do.
Yeah, so what caused you to get all personal on her? Just because she called you dumb, or?
Well, I just got, because you know what?
Because you're just an asshole, that's all. You just go there. Go for the jugular, even though they didn't get necessarily personal on you, really. I mean,
No.
So you just went and spilled her personal shit all over the place. Just because you're a dickhead.
Part of it is, too, I guess I look at it like, how can anyone in their right mind defend that kind of behavior?
Because they know it better than you. Like, they might say read that shit, because it's like the terms of use. You do need to read that shit because it has important shit in there. If you don't, I don't read many of it, but if I look in there and see it and go, oh yeah, there it is.
Right.
Like there's people that call all the time.
If you don't understand it, why are you going to read something you don't understand? That's like saying, well, you need to read the Chinese. Well, if I can't understand Chinese, then what the fuck point of it is for me to read Chinese? Well, I understand,
but if it says something in there clear that you can read, like there are certain things, like in our things, if you buy this, it will recur. This is a recurring charge. You will recharge this.
That's very straightforward, but when it's just off the wall and stupid, and she was just kind of going at that, like, you dumb people that don't, sit and bitch about the medical field, you need to read your EOBs, and I'll dumb it down for you, explanation of benefits. And so, dude, I just went in on her because, well, first of all, like I said, who in their right mind can defend that shit? That would be like, if I put up something about, all pedophiles need to get fucking murdered.
Or 911 was justified, 9/11 was justified.
Oh, hey, wait a minute now. Yeah. Hey, but you know what? And in some cases, I mean, that's
the thing. So I guess my thing is, like, you just went in on it. I'm not going to go into the devil's advocate on that. We've gone through that fucking thing a billion times.
Oh, yeah. We beat that.
My point is that it's all personal perspective. So I just, we just decided to go in on her because you're a dick. Let's just be honest, man. You were in a dick mood, probably pissed off because she said you were dumb. And did the explanation of benefits thing.
Yeah, anyone who just comes, I mean, she has the right to do that, but understand if you're going to step in the kitchen, you might get burnt,
That's it's
You
like
know, well, that's it. I mean, I put that up there because I want dumb fucks. I want my hate bait to come out the fucking woodwork and start shit, you know, with me. You know, so anyway, that was. But you know what? In all fairness, that means guess what? Go correct your problem, honey. You know, maybe check into a rehab. Maybe fucking start going to some AA meetings or something. You know what I'm saying? You know, get clean.
Damn, you're so bad, dude.
It's just like, you know, but you want to sit and defend that shit, and it's like, okay, well.
Well,
you know,
see, my opinion is like I would have come at you with, wow, you can't even defend your point because she's probably right. You could read that shit a little bit and understand a little better. I bet you could if you just try, but you don't even bother trying. So,
dude, it's Chinese. There's no way. No way I'd learn. I mean,
yeah, it's a fucking, it's a night, but there is a way if you took the time and patience to do it, just like anything else. Just like there's no way to figure out an iPad, but you fucking did it because you decided you got interested and took the time to do it. Before then, you were like, "There's no way I can figure this shit out. Fuck this thing." But you finally did. The point is,
I mean, you know, there was a workaround. There was a light at the end of the tunnel. Okay, well, if you use a Bluetooth keyboard, you'll be able to navigate better. Mm-hmm. You know, so and thank God for that, dude. Otherwise, that thing would still be sitting in the corner and collecting dust. So, but I mean, no, dude. Even because with my job, we actually had to go to a mandatory class. You know, learning about how, you know, our insurance is supposed to work and what plans to get and everything. And everyone always told me, oh, yeah, you got the right one. You know, I mean, I got family in the medical field, and I told them this is the plan I picked. And they're like, oh, yeah, that's the best one. That's the one you want. And then they got this off the network, on the network shit, you know. So I'm like, okay. And the way they do, they kind of sell it to you, too. It's false, man. A lot of shit. Like, they don't explain a lot of things to you.
Well, that's why it's so fucked up, because that's why we're paying so much for a goddamn, it's like a blood fucking sample is $5,000 and shit now, you know?
Yeah, for a doctor to stick his finger in your ass, he's charging you $500 to fucking play, you know, sphincter banjo on you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I understand that because it's a doctor actually doing analysis on you. But some of these charges are just fucking insanity, man. They know no one can pay them off. That's why most people do have medical debt. Like I wouldn't be able to pay off shit. So it's like I'm not gonna pay.
Well, that's it. Like, what if you had to go to a doctor and you had some shit go down? You know, it would just, and they send you up that bill. You know.
No, yeah, it'd be the same thing. I wouldn't be paying it, not because I didn't read the thing though, just because I wouldn't. I'd be like, no, I'd know I wasn't paying it beforehand. So. Well, I pay what I could as I could, but I guess, but. Shit, man, I would know because there's like even an ambulance ride. Let's say I break a leg or something. That's like $5,000 and shit.
Oh yeah,
going to a fucking ambulance for like
you gotta get better. You see, that's the thing. You need health. You need health or medical. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's a mandatory thing.
I have it. So I do have medical insurance. I just know that even after all the shit that's going to be covered by that. It's gonna cost me fucking a shit ton. It always does. Medical insurance doesn't mean it pays for everything. It never does. Never has.
Unless you're on Medicaid and your name is Paco.
Yeah, then, it's true. And you've got a false Social Security card. I gotta say though, dude, when I had my accident, when I was hit by the car, dude, all that shit was covered. I never got anything. Yep, and that's through. Yeah, because you're. Yeah.
You know, so that's the thing. The hardworking fucker gets stuck to the wall and his credit fucking ruined with a bunch of bullshit. Meanwhile, Paco Contaco and fucking Jadwica, you know, are on Medicaid and they're going, oh, well, I ain't got no money to do it. So they whip out their Medicaid card and there we go. And guess who gets to eat that one?
And they're the ones who they're the ones who go to the fucking the hospital for a cold and shit. I got a cold. Oh yeah. Man, I got a cold. I need to get some medical help. Listen, I have flooper duper duper scooper disease, whatever the fuck it is, you know.
Right. Well, that chick I saw that day. Remember we were talking about her way back when I went for the follow up on the sleep study, the one that had a million different fucking disorders. The black chick that was had an oxygen tank and all kinds of other crazy shit.
You know. Well, she was definitely on that shit, man. She was raking it all in and getting the misery.
That Medicaid was taking care of her goodly.
Yeah,
you know,
pretty much.
But that's the thing, dude. Those assholes who are just fucking scourges of society who suck off the fucking taxpayer, they get all the fucking breaks. But yet us hardworking motherfuckers, you know, we get slammed with $1,500 bills, and if we don't pay the shit, then it goes to fucking collections.
Yeah, then you got the fucking zomboids and the ravenous fuckers calling you from those places, man.
Oh Jesus!
Holy fuck, those people, man! You're talking about people who've been drugged up and need to find some work, and be like, all right, I'll do that.
Yeah. Oh, the guy I talked to yesterday. Hey, am I speaking with Maxwell Silverhammer? Yes. Okay, Maxwell, I want to advise you that we are recording this call. And you're just like,
oh man, you answered the phone. Now they're never gonna let you go, dude.
Well, that was well, it was a few days ago actually. I did. But I'm like, oh, this is well, you know what it was? I called the number back. That's what I was stupid, you know. So, there's my bad habit. That's what's gonna get me, dude.
Yep.
Fucking,
that's the new age where you don't need to do that shit anymore. If someone misses your call and you don't know who they are, just text it now.
Yeah, that's true.
This number called me. Who is this? And if they,
if it doesn't text back or it shoots back a thing saying this is not a cell phone, then you're like, okay, fuck you.
Or whatever, yeah. And or whatever, however it goes back to you, because now they're like, oh, he answered, called us. Now we're gonna get him.
Yeah.
So like, we talked to him. You're gonna get more and more, dude, of those things, dude. You're gonna hate those fucking calls. You're gonna have a ton of them.
Hate them, dude. Well, and I've been getting them for a while, dude. I mean, like. What was that other thing? I had some other shit where they called me and then they put somebody else's fucking medical debt on my shit. And they said that I go, well, what are the charges? And the one I did recognize, and then the second one, they said, oh, and then the something surgery center is another charge. And I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't go to a surgery center.
And that's the thing. You don't even know what your charges are not.
Well, that's the point, dude. These sons of bitches, they just slap other people's shit on it and hope you pay it too. Because you know what it is, dude. It's these fucking seniors who get scared. You know, these are the same assholes that somebody comes to their front door, they'll let them in the house and let them look around and give them the social security number. But boy, when it comes to fucking being in debt, they're scared shitless. You know? Oh, I don't want my credit getting fucked up. Who gives a shit? You're going to be dead soon anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, credit is it's important for a couple of things if you want to do certain things, but most things, yeah,
it's bullshit. Unless you're a Jimby and you got a family or some other wild shit going on and you're trying to buy a bunch of shit, then yeah, credit is probably necessary. But in my case, fuck, dude,
I don't buy shit, home, man.
I'm planning on staying here. You know, I'm not gonna buy a fucking car. You know, so
if you do move, you're gonna rent. You're not gonna fucking buy a house with a lawn that you're gonna do upkeep on and shit.
Right, exactly. And I don't plan on leaving my job. I'm not looking for work. You know what I'm saying? So because that's the other thing. These sons of bitches check your fucking credit now. Those fuckers. You know when you're applying for jobs.
Yep.
So, which I think is bullshit, dude. They're way into your.
I think it's so too. I think in certain instances it's necessary. Like if you work for a credit union or you work for a bank,
something financial, sure.
I think they should do that because there leads to temptation of you actually fucking. But if you're working for fucking Target or something like that or anything else,
or doing what you do with customer service or something, who gives a shit about your credit,
And it's fun. But speaking of that, going into a little segue on that, what you were talking about earlier.
Yeah, that's a good one, man.
Well, it actually goes with what you were saying because you were talking about how like people in the field, like we were talking about, she got all butthurt and because she works in that field, quote unquote, right now.
I happen to be in the medical
field. So she's got the self. She's probably new to that field and like, I'm back in the medical field. Don't you talk about that?
When she was here too, she was working for that kind of stuff too. I think.
Yeah, and it's kind of like me. I mean, she has different bounce from customer service positions. Well, actually, I've been there. It's been 2 years since I've been in this place now.
Well, the difference is you've left. She's gotten fired.
I've never actually gotten fired from a place. But I guess my point is that even you've said tons of shit about customer service agents, and people talk about customer service agents all the time.
Right.
But the thing is, I don't get defensive because most of the time, or a lot of the time, it's not easy to be a good customer service agent. You can't be really stupid. You got to be able to listen. You got to be able to talk to people. You have to be able to try to figure out people's shit, especially if you're dealing with like problems like are on hand. Like, well, this doesn't work. I need to get this working, and then you have to actually troubleshoot. So it's not easy. So there's a lot of shitty customer service agents that don't give a fuck, that they're young or they don't give a fuck about the job. It's a transient job because they don't pay enough, in my opinion, for this job. Now, I'm not the same guy as these burger fucking people because I think it's a little bit different working at a at a place dealing with people, and I think a little bit more. I'm not talking about major money, but $2 or $3 more an hour, I think would be definitely be and they're kind of working on that in a way in our job. But besides that, my point is that that I can't talk shit because a lot of customer service agents fucking suck, and she shouldn't be talking shit, because if she does work, and I know this because I work in the industry and have done support for customer service agents, so I know how stupid they can fucking be, and how lazy and how fucking shysty and lying and shitty getting around the rules and fucking and putting off cases to other people and doing a whole bunch of different fucked up shit. So I know. So thinking she shouldn't be indignant. Well, you should read this. She should be like, yeah, it's fucking stupid. It's crazy. You know, or just not say anything at all. Like, hold your tongue, and because what it is it's the not all people are like that. Basically, it's the napalm, basically, which is called. Yeah. It's napalm. Not all people are like that. Not all healthcare is. Well, actually, a lot of it is.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the days of when we used to do the show. And remember, Ocelot would be on there, and every time we'd say something about women, it would be like, not all women are like that. And it's like, well, why are you getting so defensive? It's not. We're not talking about you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're talking about those who are, and this is talking about the fact that the insurance system is fucked in this country. There's a reason why it's such a big deal in terms of universal health care and all that shit, and why all that stuff's crazy. And I'm almost at the point where shit. I mean, I think if anything needs to be paid for by anything, it's food and medical. And I know this kind of socialist in a way, but. I mean, if anything should be paid for individual, it's just basic rights. We have the right. We have the ability to feed everybody in this country without a fucking issue at all. Well, I mean, we're talking like fat fucking feed these people. Everybody in this country could be 300 fucking pounds. Yet some people actually do starve in this country, and that shouldn't even ever fucking happen in this country.
Well, that's it. And I even saw a post yesterday on Facebook about hunger in America is a big problem, and I'm like.
How the fuck is that possible? See, that should be basic shit. You should basically be able to go into a place and the government. I mean, it shouldn't be it could be just basic food. You know, here's some bread, here's some cheese, some meat. But nothing like. The problem is that we've got these fucking food stamp cards that allow people to go into grocery stores and get Mountain Dew and fucking Cheetos with their fucking money when they should be going into a place that has fucking government fucking basic generic bread, generic foods that are actually nutritious. Not shit like government cheese that's made out of fucking rat's ass or made out of some fucking Hungarian kid who got shot out of fucking caught in a fucking combine somewhere, whatever. I don't know. Right. The point is that it should that shit should be basic, and healthcare kind of should be too. Like basic shit. Like if you need a fucking vaccine or you got a fucking cold, then you should be, because otherwise you're just a health hazard for everybody else.
Well, that's it. Yeah, then you start tuberculifying on everyone else, and then they get sick, and you're a health risk,
or you're just a burden on everybody else. So but it's not. It's crazy that we're paying for other shit like midnight basketball, and fucking food stamps for people who just get food stamps and go buy. You can buy alcohol with some kinds of food stamps, I think.
I was just gonna say there are people that do use their EBT card and buy alcohol.
Yeah, and I don't even know if that shouldn't even be possible. It shouldn't even. That's the kind of shit that's crazy. Well, why shouldn't I? Because it's not fucking food. It's poison. It's a luxury.
The things that people are being socialist about, they really shouldn't be, and the things that should be socialist, they're like looking right past it.
And I know it's not that simple. It's complicated, but if you took away all the other bullshit and focused it on those two things, healthcare and food for everybody, and made it very fucking simple, you go to a doctor. You go to a bunch of doctors, and the thing is, the doctors get paid too because they're working. They're not government workers; they're independent workers that are being paid by the government. Or I don't know how they get it to work. Maybe private. Something is better than this, where it's just this madness that's going on right now. But it's not the universal health care that they have, because that's
extortion, is what that is.
Yeah,
they're forcing you to fucking buy health care when you can't afford it. It's like, man. See, that's what I'm saying, man. Like you said, medicine and food are the two things you need. Yeah. Those are the necessities of fucking, life.
And I'm not talking about a lot of this psychological shit either. Like, well, you need the Xanax.
I have anxiety. I have fucking.
But see, the problem is that when you get to that point, when do you stop? At what point does medical become excessive? Like medical marijuana. Is that acceptable? Dude, I need to snake my fucking...
Actually, you know what? I've heard from a lot of people, even fucking the naturalists, that that's all bullshit, dude. That a lot of them are like, yeah, do medical marijuana. No, that's just people who want to get stoned.
Well, it does help cure pain because it relaxes your body and does change the receptors and stuff like that. So it does help, but nothing more amazing than any other kind of pain reliever. So, but I guess my point is that it's not that easy. So it's not simple either. And I just think that I'm growing more to the point where just certain things should just be like, especially food. I mean, that's basic. Food and water and shelter.
Yeah.
I mean,
yep.
We can warehouse fucking people, you know. You can't afford a home, here's your fucking your cubicle. This is where you live.
Right, but at least you got a roof over your head.
You got a roof over your head. Yeah, exactly. And when you go out to dinner, there's 3 meals a day. This is where you live. If you get a job, we'll let you stay here for several weeks after you get a job, and then you will have to get a place of your own. Of course, you can't. You just you'll try to push you into places where you can. Or even if they don't, maybe you pay a certain amount of rent after a certain amount of time.
Well, or then you got two now that you bring up the subject of shelter. You got Section 8 housing that's paying for fuckers to have houses in like Summerlin, these big, nice houses with pools and yards and shit.
Yeah, it's craziness, man. It doesn't even, if you're going to do that, even it out. Now, does that mean anybody who doesn't want that should be forced to have that? No, of course not. No. That's the problem too, is that, and now we're getting into a whole bunch of different subjects, but I guess when I was going back to this customer service, I understand. I just want to wrap that up because I just understand that having to hold your tongue on that because sometimes you just got to be quiet because it's fucked up. It's the whole medical field is fucked, and she should realize that and go, yeah, it is, especially working in the medical field.
Well, exactly. How many idiots does she work with that are like, no, sir, I don't know, and all of them are foreign. You know what I'm saying? And they just feed you bullshit, and
it's all crazy, man. It's like all I gotta say is about it is that it's crazy. So
it is.
So
crazy,
yes,
man.
But you got angry, and then I saw that you tried to make up a little bit in that. So it was really
I did say I may have went a little too far and blah blah blah.
Because you did, most likely.
But hey, I was in rant mode. I was pissed off. I was, because I'm, like I said, I hate those goddamn collection calls. I hate reading my mail and getting those fucking stupid bills, and I'm just like, fuck you. They go into this paper shredder over here is where they go, So, I don't, the big thing is like, and like you said, it's medical. It's stuff you need. It's not like I went out and just fucking, got a bunch of credit cards and racked up a shitload of debt, and got completely fucking stupid with it, or here was another situation. You remember this a few years ago after I stopped collecting Social Security or I got off SSDI, fucking Humana Inc. I guess that's who covers you when you're on Medicare, through SSDI. So they sent me a thing saying, well, if you want to continue your Medicare coverage, you just pay this much, a year or a month or whatever. And I was like, okay, well, guess what? I'm not going to pay it, so don't cover me. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden I get a bill from these sons of bitches, and then I start getting calls from those sons of bitches saying that I owe them now. And I'm like, I didn't ask you to cover me. And they're like, well, yeah, but we did because, and I'm like, no. And then like, it's kind of like insurance. While you were covered, you still have to owe. And I'm like, yeah, but I didn't give consent for you to start covering me. You just involuntarily covered me.
You probably did give consent in some little fucking piece of fucking blurb somewhere in their terms of use or some shit like that.
Oh, there might have been, some kind of stupid shit.
I'm sure there was. I mean, that doesn't surprise me. So, I mean, that's the whole thing. They catch you in all those.
But that's dirty. That's just dirty fucking corporonic bullshit.
It's dirty, but I don't know if it's malicious intentionally. I think most likely it's just incompetence. And it's just a massive clusterfuck going on in our, and you can ask doctors as well. It's a massive clusterfuck, basically, is what it is right now.
Oh, yeah, well, I know. I've spoken to some doctors, and they're just like, yeah, it's pretty shitty. And, well, the good thing is I did talk to my doctor over at the sleep study clinic, and he said, no, don't worry about it. We'll handle it for you. And I said, okay, great. Thanks, man. So, I try. Here's the other one, dude. The one last one is sometimes I'll call about this fucking bill, and they'll say, well, we don't know. You probably want to call your insurance company about this. And I hate having to call my insurance company because they make it even more confusing. So why are you throwing me back to the insurance company if you say I owe the shit? You know what I'm saying?
Pretty much, because all they're there is for is to collect that shit. That's all they're just snipers, man. They're repo people, basically. They just collect that. That's why they get the people that you talk to. Hello, like brain dead, who can't deal with their conscience every night after getting off the phone with these fucking, all the people they have to call and threaten every day, and push. You'll need to pay this, or you're gonna get in trouble.
Or you get you Mr. Wannabe Cop or Badass. Listen, let me tell you something. You owe this. Actually. But I found the collections people aren't that bad. It's the motherfuckers at the actual medical facility that are the sons of bitches, dude, that get nasty. The ones that you actually fight with. Yeah, the collection. Because I told one lady, I was like, "Oh, I'm not paying this," and she was like, "Okay, but you probably want to let them know at the at that whatever it was. That was I think the Humana Inc. shit." And I called them back. I called Humana Inc., and that's when the bitch got the attitude with me. Well, sir, you owe it. Blah, 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 blah. And I was like, fuck you, I don't know it. And I may have even said, fuck you. I don't know.
Fuck you, I don't even know. Fuck you. But you won't go back to that place, or if you do, they'll give you the wrong blood. They'll give you some sheep's blood or some shit.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
You'll turn from a goat into a sheep.
Actually, no, goats are meaner.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. You'll become a sheep, and then you'll be... that's what they want to do. They want to take your goatness away.
Yeah, they're trying to turn me into a sheep. They want to cut my horns off and make me a sheep. And I'm like, no, fuck you, bitch.
Speaking of sheep, segue again.
Hey, nice one.
Hey, actually, this is a longer show than I expected, but I'm kind of rolling a little bit here.
Because we're fired up, man.
So here's my thing, man. I want this is my big takeaway from 2016. All right, okay. The biggest takeaway so far, and maybe we can go over this next week, but I want to go over this part right now. Because of Christmas and the holidays and just things in general.
Okay.
You know how I used to get, like, every year I talk about, God, I'm sick of this Christmas music and I'm sick of these fucking Christmas commercials.
This is kind of where I wanted to go too.
Christmas shit, and here's what I've done. I don't have TV anymore, and 90% of that shit is gone.
Like, so do you feel like it's you're missing something?
No, fuck no. Okay, well, let's actually, what? Let me think about that for a second. In a way, I am missing that because it doesn't feel like Christmas time really that much to me this year. It's like,
I was going to say, don't you feel kind of like something missing here? What the fuck?
Because you're used to that la 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 la. Ooh, get her the big diamond ring that'll make her smile. Be her Santa Claus. Every kiss begins with K. Buy her the car. Oldsmobile, Toyota, whatever the fuck it is. Like the car with the big bow on top that they see every day. Get her the best car. The Lexus 6570 will make her twat bleed all over your face with her seminal fluid, because it'll be your seminal fluid that you blew into her after you got her to that car, and now she's squirting it back all over your face.
Those are called maniclotties, dude. They're fucking clots of cum that shoot out of her pussy.
Yeah, maniclotti. Get some maniclotties by riding your Audi. Get her an Audi and chew on her chowdy. I don't know. But the point is, I don't see those because I used to have the TV on. I'd watch the news and the news channels and stuff. Just at night, or I'd just watch some shit. I'd have basketball on or something, and it'd be like Christmas jingle jangle, happy holiday shit all over the place. And I don't listen to the radio anymore either. I listen to just. Well, I don't know. You didn't listen to it, but you still. I only listen to like the digital cable stuff. But now I listen to Spotify. I don't listen to any of that. Yeah. So I don't.
That like on YouTube when you go on, you got those ads, that pop up.
No, see, because I got the ad blocker, dude. I don't have to worry about that shit. I block all that shit, man. I don't watch any of those things.
I mean, there is a skip ad button. I can arrow to it, but it takes me a few seconds.
Yeah, so it's almost like not worth it until the ad ends usually. So you're getting some of that Christmas shit. So you're getting a little bit, but you're kind of missing it this year too.
Yeah, well, here's the weird thing with me. Now, this is just a phenomenon I noticed. So, yeah, like, I'm the same way. Oh, fuck, man, this Christmas bullshit, this goddamn corporonic holiday, putting it down our throats. And then, dude, when the New Year comes, like on New Year's Eve, at midnight, when they're, you got the ball dropping and they're playing that U2 on New Year's Day, that song that they always play. And, dude, I start feeling this, like, almost like an empty, like, oh, man, this is it. That holiday is over.
Yeah.
So the whole thing that I bitched about the whole time and said was bullshit, now all of a sudden I start missing it when it's gone. I'm like, damn.
Because it's an intense time of year, and you go in everywhere you go into, you're hearing it. Like, and maybe that's part of the thing, too, is that So you probably had the same amount you normally get of the Christmas stuff. See, I work
Well, yeah,
from
because
home.
I've been going to networking things.
Yeah, and you go to parties and you go to lunches and stuff and hear "Hing the Rust of Ball," like the fucking stupid jingle ball, giddy up, jingle horse, pick
it's
up your
the
feet.
most wonderful time.
Hey, so you're hearing
of
all
the
that
year.
shit. Plus, you probably turn on the TV every weekend or once in a while and watch some shit, on TV.
Or even go through the digital music channels. There are some that have gone straight Christmas, so you will hear some shit.
So you'll hear that. And I haven't really gotten all that much because I go out to the store and stuff like that, but usually they're not playing Christmas music at the local market.
At the 7-Eleven?
Yeah, they're not playing, or I go into the Albertsons kind of plays some, a little bit, but it's like, that's like once a week I go in there, and so it kind of got a little bit, but not the fact where it was before, where like every other commercial is a fucking car commercial, and it's chink, 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 like fucking hearing the goddamn, the Coke commercial.
The thing that bugs me, and my mom does this shit, I know a few motherfuckers, dude, there's this guilt that if you don't play Christmas music, you're a Scrooge or something. So people they'll keep Christmas music on all fucking, 3-4
the whole
weeks
fucking month. Yeah, it's just too much, and it's just. But I don't have that this year, so. But that's the same way. It's like I'm gonna enjoy Christmas Eve. I got Christmas off. I work the day after Christmas, so it's gonna be just a 1-day weekend for me this week. So I'm not looking forward to that too much, but. Because this week's gonna be crazy at work. It's called peak week basically. So yes, it's the biggest week of the year, but it's not going to be that big.
The most wonderful time of the year.
See, the thing is, people trip out about it too. But if you're on a call or doing something, like you're on a call regardless. So if you're on a call, you're on a call. Most of the calls are going to be just there's going to be some people that are pissed off and yelling, but I'll just get them over to a supervisor if they need this, or bitches to me. God damn it! I got this I got this thing for my kid and it doesn't work, and oh my god, you hate ruining Christmas for me. It's like, well, that's
they pull that on you sometimes?
Of course. I'm like, well, that's what your Christmas is based on. Then maybe you should think about your priorities and what's ruining Christmas or not. And I can understand that if it does, because I am a big gamer, big person myself into that kind of shit. But man, just take a step back and realize your family's alive.
But you're not going to say all that now. Yeah. I don't think. You know what I'm saying? Like, this ruined my Christmas.
No, of course not. I would never call anybody. I'd be like, oh, well, that's just the way it works, technology, whatever.
Yeah.
But I guess my point is that I'm going to enjoy it I actually get Christmas off this year, so I'm going to enjoy the day as the day. I'll be watching all the Christmas stuff and seeing all that, all that Christmas decorations over at the resort. So I'll be over there, and but then it'll be over. So yeah, it's going to be, and then this year is going to be interesting because it's going to be a very very interesting New Year's, I would say.
Oh yeah, I would say so too, man. So
it's gonna be fun. So, but and then you're definitely gonna have that hollow feeling, but probably not till the next day. So we'll see.
Yeah, well, I'll probably get that. It's like I said, it's like, oh man, holidays are over.
Yeah.
So here's my thing, dude. I do like this time of the year. I bitch and say, oh, the corporonic bullshit and this and that, but you know what, dude? I like the vibe this time of year. You know what I'm saying? There's just something about it. So secretly I do like it, but then there's that fucking, like I said, and now I'm realizing now, because I figure, well, I better do that, because come the fucking New Year's the day after, I'm gonna be like, oh man,
yeah. So
no
just
more holiday.
Enjoy the holiday. So you're gonna actually enjoy the next week and a half of holidays, basically.
I'm gonna try. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
So you're gonna Ebenezer Scrooge it, man. You're gonna turn yourself around, man, and just be like, Happy Christmas.
Well, I'm just not gonna be God, more Christmas bullshit. Yeah. Like, I've gone to several parties. Although here's the thing, dude. I've noticed this. I suck at holiday trivia. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, most of it's like shit. I don't know any of that shit.
So. Well, like they say in the movie A Christmas Story, who fucking blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I don't fucking know. I never even watched that shit, So I don't do it in the conventional sense, but I think the thing is I want to at least enjoy it. I don't want to spend it being pissed off and hating the fucking holiday, because then by the time it's over, then I'm like, God damn it, why did I do that?
Yeah, see, I think I'm kind of that way this year, too. I'm kind of enjoying the vibe that I do get.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be the commercialized vibe, but you have to get just something.
And that's the thing. You don't get that over vibe that like this is just overdone. It's like anything good. Like you have a little bit of cinnamon, on your cereal or something like that, right? Or on some toast.
Sure.
It's fucking delicious, right? You eat a bar of cinnamon,
you're gonna be sick.
It's pretty much the same thing. You're not gonna, it's gonna overdo it. So yeah, so I'm gonna enjoy this, and I also like the time of year usually myself, just that overdoing of it. So.
Yeah, it's that way they feed too much to you. But if you enjoy it, in small doses and in your own way, I think it'll be better. Oh, and one more motherfucking thing. I think we've talked about this before, but what the hell? Dude, all these fucking sad motherfuckers that are, I'm single, I have no one for the holidays. It's like, dude, just fucking celebrate the holiday for you. You made it another year. That's something to fucking celebrate.
It's just another example of people who have no idea how good they have it in the place they're at right now, because there are people right now who are like, my house was just bombed and my family is dead.
Right.
Oh.
And these fuckers are worried they're upset because they don't have anyone to share the Christmas holiday.
They don't have anybody to fuck is what they don't have. So let's be honest, man. It's cuddle with and fuck and feel special about, like, I'm not one of those people. Well, what? One of those people who's happy with their family and friends, and
right. Not everybody that's single is unhappy.
And not only that, but sometimes it's better to just we've gone over this shit before, obviously. But the point is, just enjoy the fact that you're not dead and you're healthy, and if you're not healthy, you're not dead. And if you want to be dead, there's ways of doing that too, and that would that might be the option for you at this point. So
just go kill yourself. Fuck it. If you're that unhappy.
Well, I'm not saying just go kill yourself, but hey, if that's put
a pistol in your mouth. Man.
Yeah, Max is gonna say that, which is great. Go for that, dude. Because Max,
blow your brains on the ceiling and use it for mistletoe next year or something. I don't
mistletoe. It's
pistol toe, dude.
Tinsel pistol toe. Wow, I think that's actually a fitting image for our show tonight. Unless you have anything else to go on, man.
No, that's pretty much it, dude.
Well,
that's all
the image you're gonna have is standing in front of a Christmas tree, and it's not decorated with tinsel.
And it's decorated with your brains and your innards, right?
It's decorated with your innards, yeah. So,
speaking of that, hey, Mr. Hyde interview is up there. If you haven't watched it yet, you fuckers, you should.
The good Mr. Hyde interview, and thanks for Mr. Hyde for being understanding about that.
Oh yeah.
And and yeah, so we got that taken care of. But regardless, it's up there and it's ready to go. And you guys all out there, every one of you listening,
have a merry fucking Christmas.
Have a merry fucking Christmas, a happy Kwanzaa, a happy Hanukkah,
happy Ramadan,
happy atheist Christmas.
I don't know, but
whatever the fuck. We don't know when we'll be back. We might be back next week. We don't give a fuck because we are. Nothing sacred, and this is the 23rd of December, 22nd, excuse me. I did that again.
22nd. You keep doing that, man.
I don't know why. I just want it to be closer to the new year, baby. That's all I want, man. Ready to rock. So, but it's the 22nd of December, 2016. I am Cruise Control.
I'm Maxwell Silverhammer.
And that's the story there, bitches!
It's the most wonderful time to blow your brains out on the ceiling.